data analytics is considered very tech savvy. It's very hard. Dapplooker is a no code data infrastructure and analytics platform. Even like SQL, or even if you don't know any coding, you can still crunch the data. You can still analyze it. You can still like.
Hi, Abhay. Welcome to XXIM podcast. So, Abhay is the co founder of Dapplooker, which is one of the analytics platforms similar to Flipside and Dune Analytics. Hi, Abhay. Welcome.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you for hosting me on this podcast.
So, Abhay, wanted to really just have a casual chat here. Wanted to learn more about Dapplooker. But before that, I think I'd just love to know a little bit about your story. When did you start Dapplooker? What was the frustration behind? I guess every founder has a story, right? Like, what was your story while and when you were starting Dapplooker?
Before Dapplooker, I was working in startups almost like 14 years, worked in different startups, e-commerce. There is a fitness. There are a lot of like multiple e-commerce startups. And before starting Dapplooker, I was actually working with a fitness company where uh, uh, I was leading the data team, and there we were processing millions of data points every almost every day. And also since beginning of my college, when I passed out in 2009, I had a very deep interest in databases, data crunching, ETL. So yeah, so I mean, so Web2 like data market, if you see, the tools are very mature. There are a lot of tools, but they're also very good, very matured. You'll find all kind of data solutions. But before I mean, but when I started in Web3, actually like in 2018, I worked with a project called OST, where I was writing like a lot of smart contracts. So there my Web3 journey started, where I started learning about Web3, uh, writing smart contracts, and in general, the base layer of blockchain. And that point of time, I realized like in Web3, there's not much good data tools. So even like if you have to get, let's say, a transaction history for a wallet address, that's not easy to crunch and get it. And so in 2021, like before starting Dapplooker, we actually build a dedicated solution for project for different projects. I remember like we built Explorer dashboards for Claros and other projects. So and in general, there are not many available tools to, let's say, do the to get you data for a protocol. Let's say for Aave, if you want to get data and show in the dashboard. It was not easy. And in general, like data analytics is considered very tech savvy. It's very hard for developers and end users. Also, it's very costly to like pay thousands of dollars, or 100K dollars, and do the data crunching. So in 2021, I'm considering this aspects, considering the market, even the available tools were not easy to use. So we started Dapplooker, and our thesis was making crypto data accessible in a simplified manner. So if you see like Dapplooker is a no-code data infrastructure and analytics platform. Even SQL, or even if you don't know any coding, you can still crunch the data. You can still analyze it. You can still build dashboard in just in minutes. So yeah, and the available tools at that point of time were like not easy to use. Very technical. People were finding hard to use. So that's where, looking at the opportunity, we started Dapplooker in
Right,
2021.
right, right. So it's a no code tool, right, for anyone wanting to look into what's happening on blockchain. So really, if I want to explore Aave or any other Ethereum blockchain, I want to see certain visualization, I can go to Dapplooker. I can set up some dashboards there very easily without needing to write some code. That's really what like it's become, right? You want to make it very easy for people to come in and start doing the analytics themselves.
Correct, correct. So, our aim was so populate all, let's say, if you want to populate all the data of Ethereum, that data refresh, let's say, will happen in real time or almost real time. I mean, you'll see a lot of dashboards already built by users community because the data is open, so anyone can come and use the no code tools to build those analysis dashboards. So, I mean, there are two kinds of users: one who wants to create new analysis, and then one who wants to, I mean, view what's trending. So, I mean, we already have like 10,000 plus dashboards already on the platform built using the no code editor. You can if you want to just view what's trending, you can go and see the insights. But let's say if you want to create one, you can actually fork the
Right.
existing ones. You can duplicate one. I mean, we have a drag and drop dashboard builder. You can just like you can edit it, you can customize it, you can add new analysis and build those analysis. And the powerful of the platform is, I mean, I mean, data analytics as a standard is SQL based. So every data, I mean, analytics, who is doing analytics, they need to know
Yeah.
SQL. But the power of the platform is without writing any SQL, you are actually creating those analysis. So it basically writes queries for you. You just provide the rules and it writes
Yeah,
queries for
yeah.
you.
I think that's why I liked it initially, because I think there's a definitely a lot of work being done in that area. Because obviously, if in the future the world will be around blockchain, we need tools to access the blockchain. We need tools to visualize those data movements that are happening in real time. So, likes of Dapplooker actually will play a major role. But there are obviously competition in the space, right? So the way I put it. There are two sort of buckets, right? So there's like existing SQL based like tools like startups, right? Flipside and Dune Analytics that are really, I think, are huge. We don't need to spend time on it, but they are, right? And then the other one is actually what we were talking to actually recently. We did an interview with Delisium, and they're right. They're building an AI agent to actually do the same job. So they actually, what are you seeing in terms of overall market and competition? How is it evolving, and where do you think it's going? Is it going to be like, okay, the experts will still need to write queries themselves because the data is constantly changing, improving, with EVMs, everything is changing. On the AI side, it could like build very easy queries that can be extracted very easily with the AI agents. Where do you see Dapplooker going?
Right. So, I mean, in terms of opportunity, I think there's a huge opportunity in this space. I mean, every new week, there are new chains coming up. There are new L2 coming up. Now there are L3s also coming up. Like the Uniswap recently became Unichain. So instead, I mean, there was a DApp, now they became chain. So, I mean, that, I mean, we might agree or not agree that every dApp wants to become chain or not. But for us, we are happy because if a new chain is coming up, or if a dApp is becoming a chain, or even like if a dApp is growing, a lot of users are using us because since they are generating a lot of data, so of course they'll need analysis. They'll need platform like us to analyze, like visualize the data to see the latest trends. So, in terms of opportunity, I think there is, huge opportunity. Even, I mean, there are players. One of the some differentiation factors we have among, let's say, Dune, Flipside is, I mean, since day one, our thesis is making the tools should be simplified, like making crypto data not only accessible but also like making it simplified. So that's where we a lot of our focus is on UX. Where we don't want users to write code. That's where the no code aspect comes up. One another differentiation we have is like we support a lot of existing data networks. For example, let's say if you want to analyze graph protocol, subgraph, or let's say even subquery, or let's say so. So we have integration with existing data sources. So along with smart contract, we support graph protocol, subgraph, we support subquery, we support equivalent, and like so many data projects. So we have the, I mean, I would say like the maximum number of data integrations we have, and not only the no code tools. So users can build on existing subgraph. Users can there are already like a lot of developers users for the subgraph, but these indexes are at the lower level. They don't provide like visualization
That's right.
tools option. So that's one of the unique USPs we have. And yeah, I mean, in terms of, you talked about AI, so I mean, we have been like, we have jumped into AI, and we have launched AI
Okay.
Studio. So basically in it's in beta, but you can, in NLP you can type, let's say, what is the current gas of
Right.
Ethereum, or what is the trending gas for last 1 week, and you, in the AI Studio, you type this NLP questions, and you'll get you'll get the direct chart created for you. So there are a lot of queries being asked, like which are the top meme tokens on, let's
That's
say,
right. Yeah,
Solana.
it's such a common
So
thing, right? Like it's almost like you're typing, on Google, but now instead of getting the answers there, because Google wouldn't be able to, access all the blockchains. Obviously, Dapplooker becomes an important place if you're moving in that direction.
I mean, that we have launched, 3 4 months back, and we are already like receiving thousands of questions. So we calling it questions. So I mean, anyone can type NLP question and get. Instead of they have to create anything, they directly like get the bar chart, line chart of the trends directly. So it's like taking no code at a one more at a higher level, and we're saying like it's a no code AI powered platform. So that's where I see a future where we'll have like a lot of AI tools integrated into a platform, making life much smarter, much easier for the web.
What's been the extreme use case on the platform like? Because I always, I think there's obviously retail users that are just wanting to know, hey, what's happening with the gas fee on Ethereum, right? Sure, they can just write something or say something NLP. Uh, but what's happening on the extreme side? What are the, some examples you can share with us that people are using the platform for?
Right, right. So, I mean, we have a different segment of users. So, retail, of course, but then there are protocols, and then there are like we have some recently launched product offerings for developers. So, I mean, retail cares about trading. Like they want to earn profit. They want to see their portfolio. So, we have a lot of explorers actually for traders. For example, like let's say if someone had invested in meme coin, or someone has invested in AI coin, they can actually see which are the which are the trending AI tokens, which are the trending meme
So
tokens.
how many chains you're accessing now?
We have around 10,000 plus token data on Dapplooker. And so if you go at the top, your solution section, you'll find this trader menu, and in trader you'll see all those different dedicated explorers. And so those all those like 1,000 plus token data, we have all the start. I mean, from day one when they were launched till now, the data is there. And so traders basically, the retail use it. Let's say if I'm spending on Moodang, so what is the, what is the return and I'll get after, let's say, 24 hours or 7 day, or let's say after 1 month. So not only the trending tokens, but you can actually track the profit and loss
I see.
for those set
I
of
see.
tokens.
So like a portfolio
So
management
so
they're doing with it on the platform. Is that what you're saying?
So, not, they can actually create a portfolio for their tokens, but these are like, these are like generic cases. So, let's say before trading, I want to know which tokens are giving me good returns in
I
last 7 days.
see. I see. Like a paper
Or,
trading, essentially, they're sort of not putting money in. They're just trying to analyze what happened in the last 7 days. Based on that, they're saying what could
yeah,
happen in the next 7 days. I see. So, like similar to paper trading, you do
yeah.
not exactly, but similar. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So let's say if in like last, I see like Moodang is giving a lot of profit. The price is going up in last 7 day. I mean, I know, and then I can go and invest in us. So that kind of information. But there's also like there's a top loser tokens data where which are not performing well. So maybe it's time to sell.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, I
see.
mean, so yeah, this is for the retail. But I mean, a lot of I mean, we have almost 1,000 plus protocols data, and the protocols and foundations. I mean, they use us to track, for example, their ecosystem health. For example, like we have a lot of data for Graph, for Aave. Recently, we integrated Vara, I mean, Crossfire, the new chains, and I mean, they track like how the ecosystem is going, how the transaction volumes are, what's the gas, how many like token holders are there. So this is a separate, this is a second segment of users we use Dapplooker for. And recently, I just want to point like we launched a like developer ecosystem tooling where let's say it's very personalized to a protocol. Let's say if you want to, let's say if Cello wants to monitor how many developers are actively developing in on my like chain, or how many dapps are being deployed, how many projects being built. So we have a like offering for that. So and let's say if and the unique it goes from the top to bottom. So it all shows like the, let's say the top 20 developers on your ecosystem, and some people, I mean, they actually saying they want to hire looking at the dashboard. So it shows the GitHub profile, and they can reach out based on, let's say, the top
Right.
developers and hire them
Right.
for them.
So what like that's very cool. I think anything that's like that stood out to you that you never even thought about, the team never thought about, but people are using, to build these extreme queries that you're proud of. You're like, okay, look at this. This is amazing that they're using anything that stands out to you.
I mean, it didn't came like recently, but some time back. So users can actually bring their own data on Dapplooker. So let's say if Uniswap is deployed on 10 plus chains, then all those 10 plus chain Uniswap smart contract data can be
I
brought
see.
into uh, uh, the platform. But then what I mean, users are building is like comparison. So let's say Uniswap TVL on Ethereum versus Polygon versus Avalanche. So this kind of like a single place analysis comparing, I mean, comparing different, I mean, for the same protocol
What's
on
happening
different
different
chains, but
change?
also
Yeah,
like that,
I see.
yeah. But also like there are also like a lot of competitive comparison is being built, which was like new. For example, uh, like indexes, which are the best decks, and not only like it's the developers or the data analysts are building. It's actually the protocols are building. So they want to know what the other
I see.
protocol is doing, what my competitor is doing, which I'm missing to, let's say, to grow my
So
protocol. So these
competitive
are like
analysis within the ecosystems, they're using that as well. Like that's a different use case, right, altogether than the retail.
correct. So I mean there are a lot of, for example, there are a lot of DeFi protocols, and I mean so let's say a D5 is, I mean, a new D5, they wants to analyze their bigger competitor and found the edge. So I mean they're themselves building, but also like the data. I mean the data analysts are also
Right.
like building such
Very,
infrastructure.
very cool and very interesting. Now, I know we have limited time, so I'm just gonna move the direction now a little bit. So in 2024, 2025, what are you seeing like the most exciting things for you within perhaps the industry or outside, right, within the blockchain space? What are the interesting things that you're noticing that are the most exciting, for the ecosystem?
I would say like there are two, three different things, which is, I mean, which is, I mean, in 2024, 25 has progressed a lot. AI, of course, no one expected a year back that AI will grow so much in Web3. And now every like Web3 project wants to uh, integrate AI into them. There are a lot of funding is being done on projects which are just building AI agents and AI tooling, which is actually good because AI is, I mean, is actually helping. I mean, making life simpler for for users. So and that's where like we are also seeing with the AI Studio, which is growing quite a lot month by month. So AI, of course, Deepin is one aspect which actually started really good in the year, and there are a lot of new projects, new protocols. Some of them are already our partners, which we have been working with. For example, Peak is there. So uh, Deepin has, is growing. If you go to like any conference, you'll see like a lot of physical IoT devices being shown, robots being shown. So that's exciting. Uh, and at the third point, I point is like meme tokens. No one expect like
Yeah.
meme will become a culture, and there are a lot of profit will be made on launching meme tokens. There's meme token on Trump, but there's there are a lot of like meme tokens being traded, and the people are actually making profits there. So meme, I think, will keep continuing. It has become a culture, not only at Web3 but
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
globe.
So I couldn't agree more. I think, especially on the meme part, I think meme tokens are as important as any other project. I think, it's a weird thing to say, but I think we believe that it's in 2024 and moving forward, meme is here to stay. And I think the meme definitions needs to be defined more, because meme people think it's about like fun and like pulling the string against someone else, but I think it's about subcultures, as you put it rightly. So but the other two things you mentioned, so you're saying AI, I think definitely 2023, 2024, really led by NVIDIA. I think now propagated through to blockchain, everyone is rushing to it. RWA, definitely, I think, sorry, you said Deepin, but I think I was going to say RWA as well. It's sort of with so much focus put into that side. Definitely interesting things. That's very cool. And I guess to summarize this session, given the limitation we have in terms of time, where like are you guys thinking of launching your own token? What are the plans for a community that's listening to this podcast?
Yeah, so we actually are progressing towards decentralization, and we actually we actually launched a project called Unilink, as you can see in my T-shirt. So we have for the past like 5 6 months we are working on that. So Unilink is, you can say, is a decentralized data infrastructure where so it's a like data abstraction and unification network. It 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 brings all kind of data projects together, and and the power of the platform is that existing data projects, by being part of the ecosystem, they can earn more and more revenue, and users gets the advantage of accessing the data in a very like fast and cost effective manner, like almost like data will get cheaper by 50%. So we
Sorry,
actually
Abhay, to cut you off, but is it
yeah,
a separate platform and business you're launching, Unilink, or is it how it comes together with Dapplooker? Like, sorry, I couldn't quite catch it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so so you can say it's the extension of
Okay.
Dapplooker. So one of the like USB, as I mentioned, in Dapplooker is uh, uh, Dapplooker also support existing indexers, existing data projects. So existing indexers can plug into the platform, and like applications and dashboards can be built on it. So why the name is different? It's because it's a unified platform. So you can say it's a Dapplooker. It's a Dapplooker network, but the name is Unilink.1. So it basically brings all those indexers, data projects, data networks together, and so all of, you can say, so let's say currently if a developer or a DApp has to utilize the data, they, as you mentioned, like there are multiple providers, so they use Tune, they use Graph, they use Tablooker. But what Unilink does, it's bring them all together
I
on
see.
a single
Right.
platform, and all of these networks compete for serving the best
Mm.
data in the fastest manner, in a reliable manner, and these by being part of the ecosystem, they can earn tokens. The token name is unique. So I mean, the mainnet is still not there, and so it's been built as Eigenlayer
Okay.
AVS. We already have a lot of partners out there. The network is powered by a native token unique UNIK, and the testnet is we actually deployed the first version of testnet last week, and working towards the mainnet. A lot of work needs to be done still, like a little bit early, but yeah, it I mean the aim of Unilink is to unify all of Web3 data providers together. Uh, yeah.
Awesome. Great. And I guess to wrap up this thing, any closing thoughts you have for anyone listening?
Our thesis has been like constantly shipping, constantly building, aligning with the market, aligning with the trends. So I would like keep suggesting whatever the market is. Like we have actually gone through two bear markets, two good markets, but still, if your heart is at the right place, if you are continue building it, continue aligning with the market. Uh, I mean, we're going to get success. That has been our thesis, and it has worked quite a lot, like very well. And we are like we are already growing almost 20-25% every month on Dapplooker. Network is still, I mean, it's in development, but yeah, we have a lot of
Awesome.
great traction. People, I mean, getting and a lot of excitement around
Yeah,
the
awesome. Like,
areas.
I think that's great to perhaps end this show. Like, if you know, if you're listening to this, if you're seeing this, if you're watching this, and if you're really interested in querying blockchain, seeing what's happening in blockchain, then you must go check out Dapplooker. Write a query, play around with it. You'll find a lot of insights. And I've done so myself on Flipside and doing it before. I've did actually last year when I spoke to you as well on Dapplooker. And I think I enjoyed it, though I stopped it afterwards. But perhaps I need to go back to it. But Abhay, thank you so much for your time.